Hi, James.
Hi. How
Thank
are
you
you?
for joining us.
Of course. No problem. It's a
I'm a
little
big
early,
fan, James. I'm a big
but
fan for sure. We watched American Idol. We watched it every night. We were rooting for you. You did a
oh,
great job. You're awesome.
thank you so much. How's everybody's morning today? How's everybody feeling?
I feel great. I'm excited. How are you guys all doing?
Good.
Good.
Good morning.
Thanks.
Good morning, everybody.
Does everybody know who James is?
Say yes.
Are you feeling starstruck, Selma?
Yeah,
Oh my God. It's like having brownies.
Okay, so now while James is speaking, I want you guys to mute yourselves, okay? And then when you have a question, when it's time, you can unmute. All right, Mr. James, take it away.
What do you want to know?
Well, first of all, we just want to know, I know you had some challenges as a younger person, and that you overcame those challenges and you pursued music and you are very successful at music, and we maybe even would like to hear you play a little music.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so when I was growing up, when I was about 9 years old, my dad passed away. And then when I was 10, I was diagnosed with high-functioning autism and Tourette's. And that time was a really, really stressful time in life. And I was always getting picked on for, making faces and my tics and everything at school. And got bullied and beat up a couple times for it, for things that, that I couldn't control, things that weren't things that I had any control over. And so when I was looking for something that I could find an outlet for those things, I found music. And I got given a hand-me-down guitar and a book of guitar chords. And I taught myself how to play guitar in my room at my mom's house. And also around that same time, I found WWE, pro wrestling, and I became obsessed with that. And somehow the two of those things helped to create this person now, because I started to kind of realize that with the wrestlers is that they're playing characters, and sometimes those characters are very, very different from themselves, but sometimes those characters are just kind of their own personality that's just turned up to 10. And so I thought, well, if I did that, what would my personality be? My personality wouldn't care what those people thought of me because of my autism or my Tourette's. My personality would be like a rock star, a rock star wrestler. And that really helped me to be comfortable in my own skin. And if I wasn't comfortable with who I thought I was at that moment, that I could develop and create a character that I could put on. And I didn't put on like a hat or a paper bag or something or a mask, but in a way I did, because I made myself believe that I was a different person, and that person didn't have Tourette's, and that person didn't have autism. And it helped me to be really confident. And I did musical theater, and that also helped to play a different character. And playing that character, that character traits didn't have autism and didn't have Tourette's, and I thought, because I have these things, it doesn't limit me from anything else. It doesn't stop me from wanting to and being able to play music or being able to act or sing or dance on stage. And so I kept on doing it and kept on doing it. And it wasn't just me. I had a lot of great teachers and a lot of people that helped and believed in me and encouraged me to keep going and to keep trying, the things that I was trying, because they were really making a noticeable difference in the way that I talked to people and the way that I felt and the way that I performed.
That is beautifully said. And I just want to share with you that our students are so creative. The artwork that a lot of them produce is mind-blowing. And a lot of our students love music too. And I know Gaston is a rock fan, and so many of the kids, just all the arts are just such a beautiful outlet for our students. And it really, the music and the art and dance, Eve always says dancing's her favorite thing. It really makes a difference. So I so appreciate you being here to talk with everybody, and we're excited. Does anyone have any questions for James? Are you guys all feeling shy?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, Ethan.
Any current wrestlers you've met?
Ethan.
Any who? Any pro wrestlers I've met?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm good friends with Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho sang on my new album that I have coming out soon. And gosh, who have I not met? I met The Undertaker so I got to go to WrestleMania, and I did some things with WWE when they had their Be a Star anti-bullying campaign. And so I got to go to different schools around the country and talk to kids at schools with the wrestlers. And I think with the wrestlers, there was Rey Mysterio and The Miz. And I've got a Rey Mysterio tattoo right there. I'll show you.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Right there. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, met John Cena a couple times. I met The Rock. He had some very encouraging things to say. Yeah, it was a ton of fun. I still love wrestling, and it's funny that I've, the things that I wanted to do. Like when
Any
I
new
was
wrestlers you've met?
Any what?
New wrestlers you've met?
Oh, new ones?
Any current wrestlers? Yeah.
Yeah, Undertaker, John Cena, The Rock, Chris Jericho. Who else? Bray Wyatt, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, fuck. Awesome. That's cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. They're all very nice.
Awesome. Hey, so I have a quick question for you, James.
Yeah,
So didn't you play? Were you touring with Quiet Riot for a while?
Yeah, I sang for them for 2.5 years, and just kind of told myself I'd do it as long as I was still having fun. And
Yes.
I just stopped having fun, and sometimes yeah. But it was a ton of fun playing on stage with them, and it's just the travel was very very, very grueling. A lot of times, because we would fly everywhere.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so you rely on the airplane, the airline system, which is very flawed. And a lot of times I would be sleeping on the floor at the airport, or a lot of canceled or delayed flights.
Yes.
A lot of stress. I lost a lot of hair being in that band.
I bet. And the reason I ask is because Gaston, can you raise your hand? Is a huge heavy metal fan. So I knew he would recognize that band.
Oh yeah, here I'll show him something.
He'll like that. Right, Gaston? You know Quiet Riot?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yes.
Ooh. Gaston, what do you think? It's cool?
Yes.
That's a Quiet Riot metal man mask.
Is that kind of like
Yes.
like your persona on stage?
Yeah, it was fun.
I
Yeah,
think
This is their mascot from like pretty much all their albums. They have this.
Oh, very
This guy.
cool. And
Yeah.
then you have a current band, the Lost Boys, right?
Yes, I have a local cover band here in Santa Cruz called the Lost Boys. I've actually got a Lost Boys guitar pick right there.
I think it's awesome. I saw you play at Capitola Village. You guys are really good.
Oh, thank you. And then I also just am about to announce at the end of the month that I signed a record deal
Yay.
with an awesome European heavy metal record label.
I'm
And
excited.
I just finished my album. I've got a new single coming out that has Chris Jericho singing on it as well. And that comes out in November 19th.
Okay, remind me, Eva, and I'm going to download it. Download the album. Or
I will. We'll send you an update. I'll send you a
I'm
link.
excited. I'm very excited. And I watched some of your YouTubes, and I really like that song. A Change Is Coming, I think it was.
Yeah, change is gonna come.
Yeah, that was so good. So you're very talented. We're really excited to hear you play. You guys want to
Thank you.
hear James play? Yes? Awesome. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I can play that song. I'll play that one. It's a Sam Cooke song. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, just like the river, babe. I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I don't know what is out there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go down to my brother, and I said, brother, help me please. But then he winds up knocking me down, back down on my knees. There's been times that I thought I wouldn't last for long, but now I know I was able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been a long time coming, but my change is gonna come. Thank you.
That was amazing. Thank you.
That's singing without warming up.
That's impressive. I'm impressed. Is there anything?
That's just got out of bed 10 minutes ago singing.
Is that one of your little ones?
What?
Oh, I know you have little ones at home too.
Oh yeah, they're doing the same thing. They're doing school right now.
Oh, the online school, yes.
Yeah. Yep, that's nuts.
Is there anything else you'd like to play, or do you want to take questions, or
I can take some questions, totally.
does anyone else have any questions for James?
Yeah, question. I got one. Where do you live right now? Ask them, where do you live right now? No, but you still,
It's only,
yeah, now you could ask them. Hmm. James?
what did you ask him?
Selma.
What? You want me to ask him?
So funny.
Do you have a question, Selma?
Yeah.
What's your question?
Well, it's just it's like I hear in the song what was it's there's like a Maria Serials and Adobe E's on this like next to his arm.
Oh, you like the tattoo on his arm?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. All right. Thanks,
You wanna
Selma.
see
Any
another
other
one?
questions?
I have Spider-Man too.
Oh my God. Selma's super.
What? Spider-Man? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I have a Spider-Man too with like a like action figure.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But where you live?
I live in Watsonville.
What?
Like
Yeah.
you saw
You live in Watsonville like all the time?
Hey, we
Yeah.
all live in Walterville.
I know, right?
uh,
All right. Thank you, Selma. Anybody else have a question?
Selma.
yeah?
Okay.
Hello, Will.
Let's let someone else ask a question. How
I
about
think
you, Gaston?
Ella.
Do you have a question? Oh, Jan, did you have one?
I don't have a question. I have a comment.
What's your comment, Jan?
James,
Yes.
I think you had an amazing insight as a child. And I think you should really, what you went through and just your whole thought process, it's an amazing thing to see come
Thank
to
you.
fruition. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's
I
big.
appreciate that. I wasn't that introspective of a kid. So it's all these things that kind of, like, now that I've done keynote speeches and that sort of thing at
Mhm.
I call them I call it just as my own, having autism and having Tourette's, I call it the autism cons, the autism conventions, and the
Right, right.
like you'd go to Comic-Con or something. I say I'm going to ASPICon, and so going to those and having to put words to my experiences of things that were not like really that like intentionally thought out. Like they were, and there were different things at different ages.
Mhm.
But it's a trip. It really is. It's a trip for me too. Like to think of how I was and to think of how I am now. And at some point there was this breakthrough
Yeah.
that just had this, that allowed this to start to evolve.
The point is, it was always in you,
Mm-hmm.
and it was there. You just had to put words to it and thoughts to it. And
Had to put the plan to action.
right. And that takes a lot. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. I
Mhm.
appreciate it. I'm still a work in progress.
Right. We all are.
Yeah.
Even
But
as
I think as long as we know that, as long as we're aware of that, then I think it's we're on the right track.
Well, thank you.
yes, thank you. Anybody else? Gaston, do you have a question? I know you love rock and roll music.
Yes.
What's your question?
A bit of a question about maybe I like Pink Floyd. You don't like Pink Floyd, Miss Ed?
Do I like?
Pink Floyd.
I don't know much Pink Floyd. I've been digging deep into Judas Priest a lot lately.
Yes.
I've been digging deep into a lot of like European metal bands.
Yes.
There's this really cool band called Blind Guardian.
Uh-huh.
Blind Guardian, and they sing, but they're from Germany, and they're like the biggest metal band in Germany. But they sing a lot about Lord of the Rings, and they talk a lot about that in their songs. Yeah, they have a song called Lord of the Rings. It's just
Cool.
I'm writing that down.
Yeah, it's a cool song. Blind Guardian. The song is Lord of the Rings, and it's kind of a ballad, and it's eclectic, I guess, but it's pretty heavy too. So it's cool. They came around in like the 1990s, and they're really big over there. Yeah. Another one you might like is called Hardcore Superstar. They're from Sweden, and that's one of my favorite bands. And they're good, high energy. They kind of have like the attitude of AC/DC, like just that good time party, good time music. But it's they're just awesome, and I've gotten to sing with those guys a couple times, and have a little bit of a friendship with them. So that's really cool.
I have to check it out, right, Gaston?
Yes, and there were Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica. Metallica's huge, man. They're still going.
So I remember Gaston because I grew up listening to the Scorpions, and they're a German rock band, and Gaston was really into Dio, remember? And I think he was the lead singer for Scorpions.
I love Dio, and I've been listening to a lot of Dio lately too. My new album is, I listen to a lot of these different bands to inspire my latest album, and a lot of it is very the way Dio sang and the way he delivered, and just the way he like his delivery and his cadence on words, and how he would pronounce them, and how he would, when he would sing the word rainbow, he wouldn't just say rainbow, he would say rainbow, and it's just the way he says it really brings you into the to the world, and I really made it a point to do that. And also, like, you can even listen to like Frank Sinatra or Willie Nelson to hear how, because Willie Nelson's favorite singer is Frank Sinatra. Okay. And Frank Sinatra would go through lyrics and he would read them first, and he would read them as if he was reading a story to a kid in a way that's captivating, a way that opens your imagination, a way that pulls you further into the song, and you're hanging on the edge of every word that he's about to say, because you don't know when that next word is coming. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Just those little pauses, those little distances between the words. It's the negative space, but that's the most important part of it. Yeah.
Almost like anticipation.
Yeah, no, exactly. You're hanging on. You're along for the ride, and that's how you know you've got it. You found the key.
Well, would you be open to playing us another song?
Sure, I can do that.
You guys want to hear one more? Yes?
Let's see. What should I play? All right. This is a little bit of a new song, and I'll see how I can do it this morning. I'm just gonna try it. All right. This song's called "Kings Before You." Sitting high atop a mountain, over rolling rivers to see. The dark side of a rainbow touch the earth beside me. From the sky descends the wizard as he spreads his hands apart, manifesting right before me, holding out the sacred heart. He says, you are the defender of the land. It's to the horizon, from the holy to the desperate and the damned. You are the kings before you, and right before you became the heir to the throne. And like the kings before you, I can assure you, we'll never stand alone. When your kingdom is collapsing, your fortress disappears. Every serpent's in a whisper, coiling lies around your ears. Shed the dead skin from around you, purge what enemies are near. Moving fast to burn their bridges, guiding light will soon appear. It's you, you are the defender of the land. From the hills to the horizon, from the holy to the desperate and the damned. He said you are the king before you, the reign before you became the heir to the throne. You're like the kings before you, I can assure you, never stand alone. Thank you.
Wow, that was awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on. Any other questions before James has to go? Can you all,
I think James has got a good voice. I'm so proud of him.
you're
Thank
proud
you,
of him, Ella?
You got a beautiful voice too, James. It's
Aw,
really
thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you so
One
much.
more. One more.
What did you say, Ethan?
I have one more.
You want one more?
Has he met any other music? Has he met any other music stars, movie stars?
Oh.
Yeah, I have. Actually. I've met, let's see, I'll think of the most famous people I've met. I met the magician, Chris Angel.
Cool.
Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, Jennifer Lopez. Let's see, Regis Philbin, who we lost this year, Jay Leno, Jimmy
Rest in
Fallon.
peace.
Jimmy Fallon.
That's cool.
Yeah, a lot of people. Bunch of musicians. Like too many to think. Dee Snider from Twisted Sister.
Ooh.
Bret Michaels from Poison.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, a lot, but it's just fun. They're just regular people, you know, they're just like us. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, so I got to meet, I randomly met Gary Oldman, who's a famous actor that played
Ooh, I
Sirius
like
Black.
him.
He played Sirius Black.
That's cool. I know who he is.
He also played in Sid and Nancy.
I know who he is.
Back from my
Yeah, Sid and Nancy and Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got my Harry
Cool.
Potter. One of my Harry Potter cups here.
Excellent. Excellent.
Don't have it one.
That's cool.
I
So,
just
James,
wanna,
Right.
James.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Lori. I'm one of the
Hi,
aides
Lori.
here. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. I've known Eva since her freshman year in high school, and she's always been really proud. I've seen you at the fair and at the county fair,
Mhm.
and
Thank you.
I'm really I appreciate your honesty and how now that you are successful, you didn't forget your suffering and how you got over it, and you're willing to share with us. And I think all of us can really learn from your philosophy of
Thank
just
you.
being who we want to be.
Mhm.
So thank you so much for being here and for sharing your time with us.
yes, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Lori. Yeah, I realized going through the American Idol journey and that whole experience, like when I first started to do it, I was like, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my family. And then I quickly realized once I started getting letters from people and started seeing the impact that being honest about, you know, what you have, but doesn't prohibit you from living your dream. It was really mind-blowing, and it was really amazing to go through that experience. And I got contacted by the Make-A-Wish Foundation that a little boy that had a double kidney transplant and has autism and Tourette's, and was blind in one eye and like has stunted his growth, and he's like a little guy and all these things against him, but his only wish, he could have had anything, could have had any experience. His wish was to come and spend the day with me. And
Wow, that's amazing.
that was like the most powerful thing, and just knowing that. And so like that immediately changed something in me and let me know that I might be doing this for me, but it's having such a greater impact that I need to not think that I'm just doing it for me, because who knows if I could affect this one boy who's still around, who he's awesome. His name's Cole. He took a EMT class. He went to like a EMT training, and his dad recently had a really bad heart attack, and he was the only one there and saved his dad's life. Just this kid, he's just incredible, and just knowing that I could have an effect on a kid like that to do great things in his own life. And it's just crazy. There's a lot of people that I've talked to recently that said that I had something to do with it, with their ability to step out and to just go for it, and to not worry that what you have might affect your running in the competition, or you're standing in what you're doing, and not let that affect you, and just do it because you can. Just do it because that it makes you happy. And I didn't get into American Idol because I was really, really trying to win, and really all this stuff and competition. Like, you get there and you become friends with everybody, and when it's your time to go home, it's like you're sad because you don't get to keep hanging out and doing that fun thing. But it's I try and live like that with every new thing that I do, and never, like you said, never forget the struggle, never forget the hurt, never forget the pain, because it makes me who I am, and I never want to change that. Even if I could go back, and it would be, if I had a time machine and can go back to those moments, it would be very difficult not to intervene and to stick up, for myself, and to put on an invisibility cloak and grab my hand and make it punch somebody or something, and fight back. But that's not who I am. I'm not a fighter in that sense. I'm able to take those experiences and use them to build my character and to be a better person. Fighting doesn't solve anything, unless this is the WWE, but they're getting paid and they're friends with each other. So that's the difference. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you so much for coming on with our kids and giving them all this inspiration. I'm feeling inspired.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Thank you
James,
for
I had a question. First of all, thanks so much for being here and talking to us. This is amazing. And
Definitely.
obviously you've inspired so many people with your music and what you've done. And I was curious, who was that person for you, or musician that inspired you, and what was it about that person that you found so inspiring?
I don't know if it was ever really one person. There was somebody told me long ago. Someone told me long ago that like guys like Jim Carrey and Robin Williams were front runners for like being autistic and having Tourette's. And Dan Aykroyd has autism and Tourette's, and all these like entertainment, giants. And when I think of Robin Williams and I think of Jim Carrey, I don't like that. I know that, and I know the possibility that they do, but that's not what separates them. It's not what they have that separates them. That's not even it's not even a question. It's just that they are funny. They're not funny because they're autistic. but you know, if they have or had autism, it's a way that opens up their mind more. And I look at things differently, and at a certain point I just started to understand that I can embrace that, and I can embrace that difference, and that difference is not a tool used against me. It's a tool for me to use, you know, in my own favor. And it should be used to inspire, and it should be used to encourage. And you know, I know that mine is where I stand today, and looking at myself today, and I'm sure, like, from an outsider's perspective, I don't look like I have those things. Like right now, I know how to mask my Tourette's and to mask my tics so that they're not, you know, overly visible. And these are things that I've trained myself to do, and they're internal, and they're vocal tics and things that my ears, my throat, my mouth, and but just how to be comfortable being me. I'm not embarrassed to be me. I'm not embarrassed when I have to tick. I'm not embarrassed when, well, I'm sometimes embarrassed when I'm overly awkward because of some situation or something was said that relates to the autism. But I'm aware of it, and I'm just always trying to do better. You know, I didn't have that person growing up, so I feel like it's my responsibility to be that person for other people, and that's awesome. Because I wanted somebody so badly when I was a kid that I could just be like, that guy or that girl, they're just like me. They go through exactly what I go through every day, and it's gonna be okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, that doesn't stop them. It's an obstacle. It's a hurdle, but there's already a bunch of hurdles in life. It's just another one of them. It might be taller, but you know, we train and we persevere and we overcome, and we can get over it. You know. Yeah. Thanks for the question. I like that one.
That was really amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you
Of
so
course.
much.
You got it.
All right. I'm having to mute. Anything else, you guys, before we wrap up? Can you all say thank you to James? Thank you.
You, James.
Thanks so much.
Done.
Thank you.
Thanks,
This was
Kevin.
awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. For now.
Take
All
care.
right, now.
everybody.
Till next time.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay, next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to ask you every year now.
Cool. Let's do it. You got it. You got my word.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm
Thank
excited
you.
about the new album. So if I don't hear, well, Mila and Eva are going to have to remind me because I'm going to buy it.
Thank you. Yeah, the full album comes out in February, but we're putting out a couple singles over the next few months till then.
All right. And my daughter's in 2 rock bands. I have a 15-year-old, and they love to play all kinds of music, and she's a huge fan. I made them stay home because they're needing to be in
Okay.
school, but
Yeah.
we're all huge fans. So
Thank you very much.
I'm a little starstruck. I'm trying to contain myself.
It's all right. I
Hey,
understand.
everybody. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Faith.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
Bye.